Patrick Henry once stated, "Give me liberty or give me death." Today I'll discuss the causes, the changing points, and the ending terms of the Revolutionary War. This war is a major event that formed this country, and I believe everyone should know about it. I enjoy the history and knowledge of this war because it shows what this country is meant to be today and the original thoughts of what it should be. And now let's talk about the causes of the war. Religious freedom is one of the main reasons, because the Pilgrims, they escaped that country to go to the New World so they can share their own religion with the Native Americans and themselves freely. Now, Great Britain also pressed taxes on the colonists, and they originally had everything free. The reason they did because of the war debt of the French and Indian War. And there was a shipment of taxed tea coming into the harbor one day, and the colonists did not want it to touch dry land, so they attacked it, dressed as Native Americans, and dumped all the tea in the ocean as a rebellious act against Britain, say, "You can't tell us what to do," and that was known as the Boston Tea Party. And King George passed the Intolerable Acts. Those acts basically suppressed the colonists even more, and even allowed the soldiers he sent to watch them raid their houses and even do whatever they want with them. Well, that was one of the last straws. And they said, "If you're not going to do this, then not going to stop this, then we're going to have to attack." And King George was like, okay. And basically shrugged that off, and they started to drive the British out, and they sent reinforcements, and they were going to capture Lexington and go to Concord, where the main action was happening at that time. And there's about 3 regiments of soldiers that came, and they were marching. They went about 50 miles total. There's about 70 military men, 70 Minutemen waiting for them, because Paul Revere and Dawes warned them that night. And it was about 12 when the first shot was fired, and they named that the shot that was heard halfway across the world. And then by the time the British got to Concord, by the time the British got to Concord, they were wiped out. They were low on men and ammo, and that was the victory of the Patriots. Now, at the Battle of Bunker Hill, they saw Patriots working on top of the hill of Charleston, so they went to the bottom of the hill, got a cannon ready. Well, the cannon couldn't puncture the walls they built around the work area. So 2,400 men got impatient, marched up the hill. 1,500 Patriots went down and went to fire on that. Went down and fired. Now, 2,400 British went up, 1,050 died. 1,500 Patriots shot down, only 400 died, but they lost due to the shortage of gunpowder. Now, that was the Battle of Bunker Hill. The French aiding the Patriots. The French decided to get revenge on Britain before the French Indian War, so side with America. But towards the end, there was agreement between America and Britain that basically closed off the deal for the French getting anything from the British, because it was a treaty. So the French basically lost. Now, the end of the Revolutionary War. The Patriots' victory. The Patriots, like I just said, got most of the benefits of this. The French did not, because they made a treaty with Britain, which French is their enemy. France is one of their enemies. And so they got their independence. They got what they lost in the war. They were able to send missionaries over to their homeland, because, again, originally they did not want to separate from their homeland for the war. They were just pushed to. And that was most of the benefits they got. Now, when Britain lost, King George lost his respect. He basically had to do whatever America said eventually. And he lost the colonies. He lost someone to throw all that war debt onto from the French and Indian War. So the whole country had to actually pay for their own war debt. And then at the end, and then during all this, there was actually the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And then after, which declares their independence from Great Britain, which was America's way. And then at the end, there was a constitution for the land that was laid down for the land to follow rules. So instead of a monarchy, it was a democracy. And and then to summarize all of it up, there was a great big war, back and forth armies, and there's a people ready to stand against a monarchy for their own democracy and choices to basically say, this is a free country, and here we are 200 years later, and this is why I thought it was important to relay to y'all, and that's